right, so today we're at Florida Atlantic University. Thank you so much for having me over here.
Welcome to paradise.
Thank you. So would you like to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you're doing here?
Sure. I'm Ryan Bubb. I am the associate head coach at FAU. This is going to be my 4th season here, and we're really excited to be here, be in paradise, be next to the beach. We took a campus tour today. We saw the ocean from the stadium, which is my favorite fact. Yeah, just excited to get a chance to talk.
What do you like most about being a coach at FAU?
I think the thing that I love most about being a coach here at FAU is that the roof on our pool is the sunshine, the palm trees, and the blue sky. Honestly, it makes life just that much better when you get to be outside all the time and when you get to enjoy some of the little things a little bit more.
Right.
And so being from the Midwest myself, we bring a lot of cold weather athletes here, and they get to experience a little bit of good life.
What do you like about being a coach in general, like a swim coach?
Wow, that's a heavy hitter right there. I'd say that as a coach, it's more of a calling. It's something that you have a passion for, and it's something that I feel that we have the opportunity and honestly the duty to help young men and women in their path and help guide them to where they want to go, because in college is probably one of the times in your life where you're going to learn the most about yourself, who you are, who you want to be, and you're just there's such a journey that you go on in college, and being a part of that journey is an honor to me. And so yes, obviously we love fast swimming and we love hard work and we love good grades. But I think that as a collegiate swimming coach, I get a chance to take all of those things and help shape and mold the person that you want to become. And so I'm just honestly honored to be a part of that journey in a young man or woman's life. And if we can make the world a little bit better, one person at a time.
Tell me a little bit about recruiting. So first of all, what would be an advice you would give to like a future recruit and their families?
Big advice that I have is that there is a place for everybody out there. A lot of student athletes kind of have their dream school in mind, and they have like 1 or 2 ideas of a place that they really want to go. Or like, hey, this is like my number 1, this is my number 2, these are my only options. I think, it doesn't matter the level of commitment that you want to have. There's a full spectrum of programs that can that swim from basically October until February, or there's programs that swim all year round, and the expectation is that you stay in the summer and that you train year round and all those kinds of things. So whether you're the fastest in your country or whether you're still on that path to improvement, there's a great place for everybody. And the big piece of advice that I have is that if there is anything about a school that interests you whatsoever, like you could like the mascot or their colors, like fill out a questionnaire, talk to your recruiter about it, just find out more information about it, because you never know what is going to be the right fit, what you're going to find is home. If you don't, just try.
As a coach, what are you looking for in a recruit?
So here at FAU, we're really looking, first foot in the door is going to be the time standards that we have. So we have motivational times that are listed online. Those are going to change every year to every 2 years. And those times are really fast. If basically I'll have recruits talk to me and they'll say, well, hey, one of your swimmers on the team doesn't reach these times. Like, well, yeah, because we're not trying to beat FAU. Beating FAU is cool, but we want to be champions of the American Conference, or we want to be champions of the ASUN Conference, so we have to bring in people who are going to help us beat those teams, right? And so, yes, the times are fast, but take a look at those times. Almost every team in the entire country is going to have those times posted online. So that is your foot in the door. Then after that, we're going to have phone calls. I'm going to want to get to know you. Coach Lara is going to want to get to know you. We're going to go through a vetting process where hopefully we're going to be able to get a hold of your coach, maybe maybe a counselor or whatever the case may be, or your recruiter. Find out exactly who you are, the intangibles that you bring to the table. I want to know how you treat your parents. I want to know how you treat your siblings. I want to know how you treat your peers. I want to know what maybe leadership style you have. And I want to make sure that we are bringing the people to the team that who are going to help take this team to the next level with leadership, with hard work, with great grades, all of those types of things. Super, super important for us. So there's a whole process that goes on in the background. And I am a total open book. I'm going to ask y'all how you feel about swimming, what your relationship is like with swimming. And I want to hear that you love swimming, that you eat, sleep, and breathe swimming, that you're a swimming nerd, because when you get to this Division I level, it's not for the faint of heart. This is people who are incredibly committed to their craft. And if you're not, that's okay. There's a home for you somewhere, like we talked about earlier. But super important that you love to swim.
With the new NCAA rules, what is your opinion on how this could possibly affect not only FAU, but in general Division I programs, not only in swimming, but in other sports as well?
Yeah. This is a really tough question because in probably about a week, the information is going to be outdated that we have because everything is changing so incredibly quickly. I think that there are bright spots and there are maybe pitfalls of all of this that's coming out. I think that we as a sport really have to unite together to make sure that as swimming and diving, we are good stewards of our sport and we are helping go in the right direction.
Right.
With all these sports now becoming a head count and different scholarship limits, different schools are going to take that and use that in different ways. And that is pretty tough. The landscape of swimming and diving is going to dramatically change here in the very short future. And one of those impending things is going to be those roster limits. While we don't carry a huge roster, the roster limits are now 30 and 30, 31 and 30 men. While we have 32 women on the team, which means that we can't recruit as many next year. A lot of bigger schools have 30 or more on the team, and so as a recruit, I would urge you to be as early as you can at this point in time. A lot of people that I know, especially at the mid-major level, are like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna wait till after this meet because I wanna go this time because I wanna go to this school, right? Unfortunately, and I hate to say it, that's not a luxury that's afforded this year in particular because there's gonna be a flood of people who are either not having a college home because it's so hard to find a spot on the team, or potentially some of the bigger teams having to make cuts or whatever the case may be for their team, maybe have a club team. So my big advice this year is be early, be on top of it. Don't be too picky. We know that you want to find your right choice. We want it to be home. We want you to be comfortable, obviously, with all of that. But if you're waiting until January of your senior year to make a decision, you're going to have to cast a really wide net because you might not have the luxury of having a lot of options at that point.
Right. And what about the unlimited scholarships? What do you say about that?
I am very curious to know what happens with that. I don't think that that's going to affect us here at FAU as much as it may affect some of the bigger schools, maybe the Ohio States and the Alabamas of the world, where maybe they do have the potential to offer 30 full ride scholarships. I think that that's probably going to be the minority of teams. I don't think most teams in the country are going to be able to do this. I think that maybe some teams will raise their scholarship limit just a little bit, but I think that on the flip side of that, while it sounds really nice that, hey, it's a head count, there's 30 spots so you can have 30 scholarships, well, the money that's having to be paid out with the NCAA settlements right now, they might have to find that money somewhere else. So it may be that some scholarships are being reduced for teams as well. So I think that it would be a really important question that you should ask the coach that is recruiting you, and ask how their athletic department is handling that. Ask what the plan is moving forward. It's a difficult time to navigate as a recruit right now. Incredibly difficult, and my heart honestly goes out to these recruits. But as I always tell everybody, we deal with the hand that we're dealt, and this is what it is, and we have to make the best of it. And
my last question is, it's not relevant to all the previous question, is what is your favorite food chain?
Ooh. I don't know, maybe I should get sponsored for this question. I'm not really sure. It might be day by day, I don't know. But if I had to say that I was gonna go to lunch right now, to a chain, I'm really feeling Raising Cane's right now.
Okay, that was actually my first time trying Raising Cane's just
No
a
kidding.
couple of days ago. Yeah.
No way, what'd you think?
Yeah, I liked it. It
Yeah?
was good, yeah. If I had to pick between Chick-fil-A and Raising
here it is.
Cane's, I'd probably take Raising Cane's.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Great.
We are on the winning side of that argument. If you like Chick-fil-A better than Raising Cane's, that's cool, but you can be wrong too.
Great. So once again, thank you very much for having me. Thank you very much for answering those questions. I know they're going to be very helpful for all the potential recruits looking into not only swimming but other sports as well, and studying in the US. And obviously we're going to be here and we're always available for you, and it's always a pleasure to have a conversation and see a little bit the inside of how recruiting goes from a coach's perspective. So thank you very much for that.
It can be daunting, right? Like it can be a
Right.
lot. Like, oh my gosh, I'm going to talk to a coach. Is it like an interview?
Right.
It's not like an interview. Like, yeah, we are getting to know you, but we're getting to know you. Like, I'm like, I just want to talk to you. Sometimes I want to talk about TV shows that you're watching. I want to talk about what you did this weekend. We don't have to talk about swimming all the time. It's not like, you know.
That's exactly the thing we're trying to explain to our recruits as well, is that the coach already knows your times. They've seen them. They know your academics. They've seen them as well.
We
they
watched
just
your videos.
Exactly. So they just want to get to know you, what you are as a person, how you can contribute to the team as a personality, and of course do the best that you can to bring the team even higher than it already is.
Exactly. So. And not everything is the right fit, right? Like, and that's okay. That's what I tell everybody. I'm like, well, you know, maybe you don't fit in here, but you fit in somewhere else, or maybe you don't fit in somewhere else, but you fit in here. And it's just about where you feel at home and where you feel is going to help you take you to that next level, not only in the pool, but academically, socially, all of that kind of stuff. So it's been fun. Thank you.
Totally. Thank
Appreciate
you.
Ya.
And we'll be here in Boca. You'll be here probably for a long time.
That's the hope. That's right.
So yeah, it's been great.